So I think it's finally time that we build a wood shop. I'm not kidding, see? We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something right now. There we go. Now we're building a workshop. See, I did something. Swear I did something. So, here we are. Tearing all this off. I want to redo a lot of this insulation. It's old. It's very ratty. Can't really see it on the camera, I think, but it's full of dead bugs. And a lot of it's just, yeah, I want to redo it. So, I also want to address some of this electrical. And I want to be able to see where what is running to do that, because this garage has several mixed circuits, and then we're going to be cladding this up in plywood once that's all done. Except for the ceiling. Ceiling I'm not going to touch right now, but so all be plywood. Going to be putting a new window. That window is unfortunately sagging, so it has failed. Going to do plywood pretty much over to the far edge of the door, and I'm likely going to be adding some more lights up along here. Alright, one of the first things we're going to do is replace this old bugger. Now I already tested this, but I think it goes without saying. Never touch anything without testing it first. So I picked up one of these. It's a GFCI outlet. Has this sort of interesting pop out for when it's in use. Find it at your local big box. I wanted to give it a shot. Kind of looked a little bit more than what was on there before. Pretty cool. So the next step is start ripping out some of this insulation, and once I've done that, I can start addressing some of this electrical, and then we'll put new insulation in. Some of this, like you see, that is a lot cleaner and less broken up. I'm gonna save, and it's gonna go in little spots like those up there, stuff like that. I do want to try to reuse some of it. This probably looks a little overkill to some of you, but I react really bad to insulation, so here we go. Wow, this stuff is ratty. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about and why this insulation has to go. Oh man, I love cotton candy. I tell you what, this getup is pretty annoying. I have it's only in the mid-60s in here and I have sweat dripping into my eye. That stings a little bit. Not as much as insulation stings for me. Look at those. I could barely see. There's just a little bit more over here that I want to take care of right now. It's not a part of this project immediately, but I just want it out of here. I'm already suited up. Alrighty, I think we're done. Not that I can really see. Alright, so there is definitely more over here. That's not a part of this project. We're gonna get to that at a future date. Alright, I think I'm gonna let this air out. Gonna go let myself air out. And then once I can see again, we'll see what we're left with. Now this is something new that I've been wanting to do. This is in no way sponsored, but I wanted to have a little time to give a shout out to a local artist. I discovered this artwork at a local farmer's market that was on for Mother's Day. And this is an original of a betta fish, and it's beautiful. I love her artwork. You should go check her out. I'm going to put some information in the description, or if you want, you can just pause here and note it down. But yeah, that's it. Again, this isn't sponsored. I just wanted to give a shout out to some local creators and businesses. Alright, so the electrical in here is not great to say the least. There's a few circuits doing various things, but they are mixed a little bit and not well documented at the panel. So I'm going to be going through, marking and identifying these circuits and trying to figure out what is going to go where. A few of my concerns are separating things like dust collection from the power tools. There's a total of 3 circuits out here. Some are doing lights, some are managing the garage doors, and some are doing outlets and the wall. Some are doing both. So I'm going to be going through, identifying, seeing what is where currently, so I can plan around the changes that I'm going to make. Most of my power tool electric I plan on running in conduit so that my power layout can grow, expand, and change with the workshop as it evolves. So here's an example of a circuit I want to address. It begins up in the void where no man has ever seen. It comes right to here. Now this is live right now, so obviously this is not ideal, but that feeds all of these. And by the looks of it, it was intended to feed more. So I'll look at expanding down there, depending on what all is on this circuit. I've been up here for a half hour, and there's one entire circuit that I simply cannot find. So in an interesting turn of events, we actually have a missing circuit. You see, there are 3 circuits that are either labeled or found out here. One is called garage and lights. That's these for the most part, and these. There's another one called spare. That powers the lifters and another set of outlets over there. And then there's the very reasonably titled garage. It doesn't seem to go anywhere though, and I have yet to actually find what it's doing. All right, I've been at this for a little while now, just adding a few new outlets to the two main existing circuits out here. We got a few over here on this side of this circuit, and then we have some new ones going in over here. And that's pretty much going to be the extent of the in-wall electrical that I'm doing out here. I am adding another exterior outlet under this window and under that window. This is going to be primarily like sit-down workbench space. You know, I'm gonna have the shop computer, a Dremel, that kind of stuff on this. I am focusing on the shop side right now. Pretty much everything past that door, we're not gonna worry about right now. So that said, we have a new electrical run here. I have to finish with outlets and buttoning it up. And then I'm also going to be plating each one of these because I'm putting in plywood cladding in here so I can hang stuff on it. I'm going to be very fastidious about applying these just because there's a higher risk of me screwing into them. Especially French cleats are going to be going down the wall here. I don't want to accidentally screw into this electrical. I have a little bit more electrical to do, and then we'll see where that takes us. All right, so there we go. We have outlets, and some outlets. So the next step here for me is going to be the ceiling. There are a few outlets up here, such what powers the door lift and whatnot. Along sort of this line here, kind of running along the window line, I plan on adding a few more. That way we have a way to plug in some ceiling lights. As well, I plan on having the bandsaw and the planer out in the middle of the floor. In order to do that, I'm going to drop power from the ceiling with some weight-supported cable. So there will be some outlets up there for that. However, that is likely going to be on a conduit circuit that I run after the walls are finished. In the meantime, I can get by with some extension cables until that is together. I'm tired. Let's be real, I'm not good at asking for anything like this, but I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, like this video. Comments are appreciated too. I'm gonna end it off there, but 30 likes and I'll film cleaning this absolutely disgusting window. It is filthy.